Good morning. Today we are going to discuss the classification of elementary particles. The search to find the fundamental building blocks of nature has been going on for a long time. Ancient philosophers postulated that the world comprised of simply air, water, earth, and fire. Later it came to be accepted that the world was composed of atoms. Then scientific studies revealed that atoms are made up of protons, neutrons, and electrons. In the beginning of 20th century, electromagnetic theory was well developed. It was suggested that two electrons exert a force on each other by exchanging photons. The exchanging particles were termed as field particles. As technology advanced, a large number of particles appeared and most of them were named after Greek letters like pi, psi, rho, sigma, lambda. These particles were characterized by the parameters like mass, spin, charge, etc. These particles were called fundamental particles or elementary particles. With our present knowledge, these names look quite inappropriate. For the time being, please note that the fundamental building blocks of matter are leptons and quarks. Fundamental in this sense, to the best of our current knowledge, these particles don't have any internal structure. Actually, now we have observed hundreds of particles. The question is, how can we classify all these particles? The elementary particles are separated into two general groups, fermions and bosons. Fermions are particles obeying Fermi-Dirac statistics, that is, they have half-integral spin, obey Pauli's exclusion principle, and have antisymmetric wave function. Bosons are particles obeying Bose-Einstein statistics, that is, they have integral spin, does not obey Pauli's exclusion principle, and have symmetric wave function. Fermions are classified into two leptons and baryons. Bosons are classified into mesons and field bosons. Also, mesons and baryons are placed into a group of strongly interacting particles called hadrons. Please note that leptons and field bosons does not have any internal structure, but quarks are the basic building blocks of hadrons. Now we are going to discuss each category in detail. The first one is leptons. Leptons does not have any inner structure. Leptons are fermions, so it should have half integral spin value. What we observe is that all leptons have spin half. Leptons are again classified into three subfamilies: electron family, muon family, and tau family. Here, electron family contains electron and corresponding neutrino nu e. So here the suffix e represents electron family. Neutrons are neutral particles moving with the velocity of light. Each particle has its own antiparticle. Now coming to the muon family, the members are muon and corresponding neutrino. It is represented as nu suffix mu. And each of these particles has its own antiparticle. And now we can guess who are the members of tau family. Tau corresponding neutrino, nu tau. And each of these particles have its own antiparticles. Now what are antiparticles? For each kind of particle, there is an antiparticle that shares all the properties of the particle except that it is of opposite charge. For example, E plus is the antiparticle of electron. E plus is known as positron. It means if we measure the mass of a positron, it will be same as that of electron, and its spin will be exactly same as that of an electron. That is, its spin value will be half. When they meet each other, they disappear and their energy is converted to photon energy. This process is called pair annihilation process. Now what about the antiparticles of neutral particles? For example, neutrons are neutral particles. It does not carry any charge. Then how can you distinguish a neutron and an antineutron? Antineutrons' distinct identity is confirmed by the fact that it does annihilate with the neutron, whereas two neutrons does not annihilate. Antineutrons are represented as n bar. Later we will discuss the quark structure of these particles. Actually, n and n bar have different internal structure, but some neutral particles like pi 0 lack such distinguishing structure and are their own antiparticles. The antiparticles of neutrinos are called antineutrinos. It is labeled as nu bar. Both are neutral particles. Then how can you distinguish a neutrino and an antineutrino? The answer is neutrinos are left-handed particles while antineutrinos are right-handed particles. In the figure you can see a right-handed and left-handed screws. When you rotate a right-handed screw in the anti-clockwise direction, it will advance in the positive z direction. If you are using a left-handed screw, you should rotate it in the clockwise direction to get the same result. In the same way, one can have right and left-handed particles. Sometimes handedness is replaced by the term chirality or helicity. Neutrinos are moving particles. It has spin and momentum. So here the figure, the arrow indicates the direction of the momentum p, and the equatorial circle with an arrow mark represents the spin. Now consider the first case. Here momentum is in the upward direction and the spin is in the anti-clockwise direction. Now it can be represented by the right hand as shown in figure. Here the direction of the thumb represents the direction of momentum and the direction of these fingers represent the direction of spin. In the second figure, the direction of momentum is in the downward direction and it can be represented by a left hand. Here the thumb is in the direction of momentum and the direction of fingers give the direction of spin. Now experiments have confirmed that neutrinos are left-handed particles while antineutrinos are right-handed particles. That is, if you observe a neutrino from behind, it will spin in anti-clockwise direction, while antineutrino will spin in clockwise direction. So now you are in a position to name all members of lepton family. There are 6 particles and 6 antiparticles. The first family, electron family, there are 2 particles, electron and corresponding neutrino, 2 antiparticles, E plus and nu E bar. Muon family, 2 particles are there, mu minus and nu mu. 2 antiparticles are there, they are mu plus and nu mu bar. Tau family, 2 particles are there, they are tau minus and corresponding neutrino. The antiparticles are tau plus and nu tau bar. So it should be noted that electron, muon and tau particles have unit negative charge, while electron neutrino, muon neutrino, tau neutrino are neutral particles. And also when coming to the antiparticles, E plus, mu plus and tau plus have unit positive charge, and the antineutrinos nu E bar, nu mu bar and nu tau bar are neutral particles. The mass of an electron is around 0.511 million electron volt per c square. Mass of a muon is 106 million electron volt per c square. Mass of a tau particle is 1.78 giga electron volt per c square. Out of these 3 particles, electron, muon and tau, electrons are the only stable particles. That is, the tau particles will decay to muon and the muon will decay to electron. Now next category is baryons. They are fermions, so they have half integral spin value. Baryons have an internal structure. Baryons are 3 core combinations. Baryons are again classified into 2, nucleons and hyperons. You are familiar with this particular category, that is nucleons. Neutron and protons are the members. Symbols are N and P, and both these particles are spin half particles. Neutrons are neutral particles. Protons have a unit positive charge. And second category is hyperons. Hyperons are strange particles, and in the next section we will discuss this particular property. Lambda 0, sigma plus, sigma 0, sigma minus, psi 0, psi minus, omega minus are hyperparticles. And here the superscript represents the charge of the particles. That is lambda 0, sigma 0, psi 0 are neutral particle. Sigma plus have unit positive charge. Sigma minus, psi minus and omega minus have unit negative charge. These particles, that is lambda, sigma and psi, have a spin half, but omega minus particles have a spin value 3 by 2. There are a large number of particles in the baryon family. We have only mentioned a few of them. There are particles like d plus, d0, d minus, f plus, etc. It should be noted that all baryons are made up of 3 quarks. The next category is mesons. Mesons also have an internal structure. Mesons are particles composed of one quark and one antiquark bound together by strong interaction. There are hundreds of particles. You can see from the table. I have mentioned only a few of them: pions, kaons, and rho particles. Here also the superscripts represent the charge of the particles. That is pi 0, k0, and k0 bar are neutral particles. Pi plus, k plus, and rho plus have unit positive charge. Pi minus, k minus, and rho minus have unit negative charge. Pions and kaons have a spin value 0, but rho particles have a spin value 1. Next category is field bosons. The modern view is that a fundamental force between particles is conveyed by exchange of a mediating particle. These mediating particles are known as field bosons. There are 4 basic interactions in nature. They are gravitational interaction, electromagnetic interaction, weak interaction, and strong interaction. Here gravitational interaction is due to the mass of the particle. Electromagnetic force is due to the electric charge of the particle. Weak force is also due to the weak charge of the particle, and strong force is due to a different property known as color charge of the particles. Later we will discuss this particular property in detail. Now if we compare the strength of these particles, gravitational force is the weaker force. It's when compared to this strong force, its strength is only 10 raised to minus 39. And considering the range, the gravitational force and electromagnetic force are long range forces. Strong forces are short range forces. In the case of weak force, the range is of the order of 10 raised to minus 18 meter. If you compare the characteristic time of decay process, especially strong, weak, or electromagnetic decays, we can observe that strong decays are faster processes and weak decays are slow processes, and electromagnetic in between. Now in the in the last row you can see the names of the mediating particle. Gravitational interaction, the mediating particles are graviton. For electromagnetics, the mediating particles are called photons. In the case of weak force, there are 3 mediating particles are there: W plus, W minus, and Z0 particles. In the case of strong force, the mediating particles are gluons. Only in the weak force, the mediators are electrically charged. Here W plus and W minus particles are there. It has a unit positive charge and it has a unit negative charge. Of course, Z0 particles are neutral particles. And also you can observe that these particles are heavier. It has a mass of the order of 80 to 90 giga electron volt per c square, while other mediating particles have 0 or almost 0 mass. Theoretical studies predict a spin of 2 for gravitons, Right, the spin values of photons W plus or minus Z0 and gluon particles are 1. So now we can conclude today's session. Elementary particles can be classified into 4: leptons, baryons, mesons, and field bosons. The leptons are the fundamental building blocks of matter. That is, they have no internal structure. Here there are 6 particles and 6 antiparticles. Here there are 3 subfamilies are there: electron family, muon family, tau family. In each family there are 2 particles and 2 antiparticles. Here electron, muon, and tau particles have unit negative charge, while the neutrinos are neutral particles. Baryons can be classified into nucleons and hyperons. Protons and neutrons are the members of nucleons. There are hundreds of particles in this particular family. We have mentioned only a few of them, and here the superscript represents the charge of the particle. But in the case of proton, it has a unit positive charge. Neutrons are neutral particle, whereas I0 are neutral particles, and most of these particles have spin value half, but the omega particle have spin value 3/2. And the mesons and field bosons are bosons, that is, they obey bosons in statistics. In the case of mesons, pions, kaons are examples of mesons. Here also the superscript represents the charge of this particle, and the spin of these pions and kaons are 0. Field bosons are the particles that has exchanged in fundamental interaction. For strong force, the mediating particles are gluons. For electromagnetic, it is photons. For weak force, mediating particles are W plus or minus and Z0 particles. And for gravitational force, the mediating particles are called gravitons. Here the spin value of graviton is 2, and all other particles have a spin value 1. These are some of the typical university questions. What are hadrons? What are leptons? Discuss the features of baryons. What are hyperons? Classify the elementary particles in detail. In the next lecture, we will discuss the various quantum numbers associated with these elementary particles. Thank you.